Could you start off by telling me who you are?
My name's Sam Shear and I'm a trainee barber.
When did you first decide that you wanted to do barbering?
Probably the start of, well, we just got into 6th year, so probably just after Christmas, 6th year. I didn't really want to do anything at uni in particular, and a good friend of mine's mum owned a barber shop and sort of, I don't know, encouraged me that it would be something I'd enjoy. And then that kind of like sparked an interest, and I started speaking to my own barber right over there. And he sort of got some like information about it and their opinions on doing it as a living, and that sort of encouraged me to pursue it as a career.
What aspect of barbering do you enjoy the most?
I think the main thing that I enjoy about it is the freedom. Like essentially in every aspect of your job you have like freedom. You can talk about pretty much whatever you want. You can listen to your own music, you can cut within the restrictions of what you've been asked, you can cut hair in your own style, and like pretty much every barber has their own way of doing things, and even the same haircut by different people will have a slightly different like twist to it. And yeah, I think just the freedom aspect's the main draw to it.
How did you find your time at Nesco?
Honestly not very useful. I went for a couple of months and thought that if I had a wider range of skills in doing a hairdressing course, like it was mainly geared towards females, but you could like do a part-time barbering course in 3rd year, I think. I thought having that like knowledge about women's hair and all that would make me better as a barber, but I kind of just found that a lot of what we were doing had absolutely no effect on my like future career. Like it was like shampooing old ladies' hair, stuff like that. Like there's nothing I'm ever going to have to do at any point, and I found that really demotivating and dropped out as a result.
Is there any aspect of barbering that you don't enjoy?
In terms of the actual skills, not really, but there are times where you'll be asked to do a haircut by a client or whatever that you just can't do. Like if it's their hair type, their face shape, whatever, like it's just a hairstyle that either they don't have the right hair for, or the right length of hair for, or just like the right shape of head or anything, but it's quite difficult to tell someone that the haircut they desperately want is just not physically possible. And that means sometimes you will just end up having to make an attempt at it and it'll not look great and you'll feel a bit bad about it.
After you left Nesco, what did you go on to do?
So as I was saying before, I wasn't really enjoying Nesco very much and didn't think I was really learning as much as I wanted to be. And I was getting my hair cut one day, and the guy who's cut my hair asked if it was at college or anything. I told him I was in hairdressing, and he pretty much just asked how it was helping, and I was like, it's not. So he offered me a job in that shop, like right there, and I started working in a barber.
Would you say that your perception of barbering has changed now that you've worked in a shop for a bit?
Yeah, definitely. Especially the shop I was in, no one there, or no one even involved with the shop really had any passion for it whatsoever. It was essentially just to make money, and that also meant that their haircuts and that were quite, I don't know, they weren't that bothered about it. Like the end result wasn't that important. Like it was just the £15 they got for the haircut. Like they do it as quick as possible, as lazily as possible. They cut as many corners as possible, and I feel like that was also not really a great place to learn. But yeah, that's the main thing. I think is just the environment within some shops and the differences between different barbers and their motivations to do that.
What's next for Sam Shearer then?
I've enrolled in a barbering course in Manchester, London School of Barbering, which is pretty much like the best qualification you can get in the UK anyway. And so I'm going to Manchester for 12 weeks. It's like a really intensive course. When I come back, I should be pretty much ready to work straight off that, and hopefully a few years down the line I'll build up my own shop, and yeah.
Sounds good. Thank you very much for your time.